Coming up next, Rudy. Coming up next, Ruby. Coming up next, Penny. Coming up next, Lenny. Coming up next, Benjamin. Coming up next, Garrett. Coming up next, Bessie. Coming up next, Audrey. Coming up next, Snap. Coming up next, Happy. Coming up next, Naruto. Coming up next, Sailor Moon. Coming up next, Nestle. Coming up next, Dynasty. Coming up next, Nestle. Coming up next, Dynasty. Coming up next, Nestle, all-purpose cream. Coming up next, Dynasty. Coming up next, Nestle, all-purpose cream. Coming up next, Dynasty. Coming up next, Cuddles. Coming up next, Rosita. Coming up next, Handy. Coming up next, Eddie.